Hey guys, Hope here with a vlog. So a while back, my friend suggested that I do start doing story times, and shout out to her. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I got frustrated because my dogs. Because this is like the fifth, sixth time I started recording, and like 3 minutes in, I would get really frustrated because they started barking all of a sudden, and I would just stop it. But anyways, shout out to my friend for suggesting I start doing story times. So I'm gonna. So, oh yeah. So I'm gonna talk about the time where I had to get stitches on my finger because like it's really deformed. And I bet y'all a lot of y'all didn't know that. But I've only had 8 stitches on my body. I've never broken a bone. I've sprained my ankles a lot because I used to be huge into sports. But because I was a big tomboy growing up. And like I got stitches underneath my chin. I had 3 and I had 5 on this finger. But this was about the time I was probably I honestly don't remember how old I was, but I was little. I was a toddler, and I had an imaginary friend named Soap. All right, it was a guy, and he was probably a teenager, and he was a I barely remember him, but I grew up with him up until maybe I was about 6 or 7. From the time I was born to up to 6 or 7, I had an imaginary friend named Soap. And so, what happened was I was outside and we had 2 vehicles, and they were side by side, and I opened up the door to one of the cars, and then I had my hand, or I had my finger on one of the doors, and my mom accidentally she opened the other door and she didn't know my finger was there, so it like opened up my finger and it smushed it, and like it was a big old flab. It was like, I don't know, like it was, I don't know, it was really crazy, and like I screamed so loud, and I remember that we went inside. We ran it under some water, and my mom got a washcloth, and we hopped in the car. And we hopped in. Anyways, they were playing. Anyway, so we hopped in the car, and my mom was singing the ABCs and like My Little Sunshine. And they're crazy when they play. But like we were singing songs just to get it off my mind, and I remember looking out the back window, and I saw Soap, my imaginary friend, riding on his bike behind us, and I didn't know what was going on. I was like, "Mom, Soap's riding on his bike behind us." And we got to the hospital, and my mom told him about the imaginary friend, and yeah. And so the doctor said, you know what? It's a guardian angel that was looking over me. And after that hospital visit, and I got my 5 stitches, I didn't really see him since. And so, yeah, it was another time. Alright, I'm gonna talk about this one. There's like 3. Y'all can't really see it, but it's like under my chin. I was little. Me and my brother Bryce, of course, y'all know him. We were little. It was Christmas time, and there's a big old huge toy car where like you can drive in it, and like little kids can drive in it and stuff. And so we were fighting over who was gonna drive first. And so we were fighting back and forth, and there was a nail or screw poking out of the car, and I got pushed into it, and so my chin got gashed open, so we had to go to the hospital again, and so we had to do that. And another time, I'm not to include this, but I guess I kind of got revenge on Bryce because when we used to live in, I think Willis, Texas, which is outside of Conroe, we used to live out on the lake, and I was 4. I was 4. Yeah, I was 4 and Bryce was 3. Because I'm a year and 3 days older than him. And so we were playing, and I guess I got mad, and I got a rock and threw it at Bryce, and it gashed open his lip. It was a big old split. And so we had to go to the hospital for him to get his mouth back or together. And you can now, if you've ever noticed, or I doubt you'll notice, but he has a scar right there on his lip because of me. Alright, it was because of me. And then what's funny was I feel really bad because the next day was picture days. And so in his pictures, he has a blue line going down his lip, and it was all puffy. And another time, I was playing. We were at the carnival when we were little, and me and Bryce, you know how you have those like toy swords and stuff. We have those like toy swords, and we were playing, and so me and Bryce were playing like we're pirates, I guess, and I hit him in his mouth, and he lost a tooth. I don't know how, and I cried so much because I was so worried. I was like, how is he gonna eat? And I didn't know what to do because I was like, Mom, how's Bryce gonna eat? And I was like, oh my gosh, I cried so much. And that was around the time my dad was working, and my mom took us to the fair to go see my dad because that's where my dad was working. And I was like so worried about it. And yeah. Another time, I'm so big into sports that alright, so I was playing soccer. I was in 5th grade. I was playing soccer, and I sprained my ankle really, really bad, and I twisted it really, really bad. So I called my mom, and it hurt so bad. It was hard to walk on, and every time I walked, it winced in pain, because that's how bad it hurt. Yeah, that's too good. And so, so I called my mom, or I went to the nurse, and she said it's swelling up pretty bad and fast, and it's really purple. And so I called my dad. My dad said, alright, I'll come pick you up. And he said, talk to your mom. And my mom was really disappointed in me. I don't know, I forgot why. But she's big into sports too when she was growing up. So she knew how it felt like. And so we went to the hospital. My dad took me to the hospital, and so they put me in a wheelchair, I think. And so I got all the blood pressure, my pulse rate, and all that stuff done. And so they had me sit in a hospital bed, and they did my x-rays, and they said that I broke my foot. Alright, they said that I broke my foot, and I was just like, what? And so they had to go back and check the x-rays again, and it turns out that I didn't break my foot. I just severely sprained my ankle. Yeah, that's what I meant, ankle, not foot, through all of that. I severely sprained my ankle, and so because my growth plates weren't touching yet, and so I was relieved because I loved playing sports, and I loved playing basketball, and I even participated in the free shot or the free throw, and I got maybe, I forgot, I don't think I placed because I was really nervous. And my favorite teacher came and supported me, Miss Benavides. She was my 5th grade teacher. I loved her so much. She took us, oh my gosh, I miss her so much. And so they put me in a cast for 2 weeks. Do you know how hard it is to walk around in a cast? Because I had to get my crutches. That was the first time I've ever used crutches, and you know how hard it is to take a shower? You have to put a bag over your foot, over the whole cast, and that was hard. So later on we took it off after the doctor said I could. But yeah, that's enough time because this video is like 10 minutes long, so it's too long. And so yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed. Like, subscribe, share, whatever. Give me a big thumbs up if y'all even made it to the end. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. So bye guys, hope over and out.